All right, everybody, I'm Sondra. Thank you, Heather and Cindy, for being here. I'll be talking about the intentional communities in Avondale, reliable design in Avondale, relationship development, and community planning. So the Avondale Town Center is roughly 400,000 square feet of semi-utilized commercially zoned space located northeast of Cincinnati Children's and the Cincinnati Zoo. The surrounding area is mixed residential with pockets of vacancy and blight and other commercial and industrial uses along the main connector road, Reading Road. So going into these conceptual focus areas, the vision for this project is it's for a project that strives to design places and urban networks that foster interaction and growth for an inclusive population. Modern living, learning, and problem solving shape the project's form. So these diagrams attempt to illustrate how that vision helps shape of the super block, the parcel the Avondale Town Center is in. So identified these clusters based on kind of the shape of the parcel and feasibility. And the second diagram kind of introduced a main street concept with a focal point at the top to draw in residents and visitors to the northern end.
Oh, I know what it is. Okay, so that comes off very much.
Okay, so I'll be. Okay, so the super block is then divided using secondary roadways. These, wait, I just shouldn't touch it. We'll use a mouse. Okay. So the dotted lines represent the secondary roadways within the super block, and then a main street and a focal point. So from that, we identified the segmented areas for development, these red blocks. So the overarching goals for the whole focus area is create an overarching plan for business development, utilize Cincinnati-based developers so that like the people who are developing this area and who are working in it have a knowledge of Cincinnati demographics and issues. Design community space for gathering, education, and entertainment for all groups and all abilities, and develop a program or schedule of meetings, potlucks, and other community-based events to kind of start to develop this relationship between a community and other commercial uses. So this urban character precedent kind of shows this. It shows the character that we envisioned for this town block with mixed density and diversity of building types and uses. So going into the framework plan, this framework plan below was created to frame the goals of development and the areas of focus and needed action. So the white arrows represent proposed community movement and how we want people from the surrounding Avondale community to be attracted to and utilize the Avondale Town Center. The existing green space is showed here. Proposed mixed-use residential, commercial, institutional green space showed in the orange, and the blue is a mixed-use residential institutional. The other dotted arrows or dotted lines represent pedestrian movement, and so I use this to kind of show how things should interact with like the half-mile radius surrounding the Avondale Town Center. So this urban design, included in this urban design are public playgrounds and programmable pavilions, community learning and gardening beds, a cooperatively owned trail network behind residential housing, recreation areas, baseball diamonds, basketball court, vegetation buffers to kind of separate communities and other new buildings from the existing buildings. Curb extensions for public seating use and stormwater runoff relief, a permanent outdoor stage area for crafts, music lessons, and performances, areas with ornamental flowers, tree canopy, and stormwater runoff features, and outdoor office and community space with movable seating and community reading materials. So through these amenities and inclusive spaces, the urban design hopes to provide ample room for public gathering for all residents of Avondale and whoever moves into the residential community. So looking down here at the site design, I'd like to explain the pockets of development in a little more detail with this site plan here. So the site plan aims to connect the residential cooperative community residential areas to the other areas of commercial, retail, office space, and institution. So the yellow and orange that you see here represent low, medium, and high density apartments and single units. And then the orange is a mixed use residential and living center. So having like programming in there that either teaches people how to live independently or just generates discussion about living independently and living in a community would be useful to everybody who's living in that area. The purple is office and institutional use, and I would probably propose institutions like UC Health or entrepreneurial hubs like Moore. And overall, the plan utilizes 42,000 square feet of residential uses separated further into high, medium, and low density apartments, townhomes, and single units, 52,000 square feet of mixed use retail, 64,000 square feet of office and institutional space, and 53,000 square feet of surface parking, and 134,000 square feet of open space and recreation. And so these pictures here shows examples of curb extensions for public seating, permanent outdoor stage area, outdoor gathering space for vendors, families, and visitors, and ornamental flowers, tree canopies, sewer runoff barrier, movable seating, and community reading materials. Thank you very much.